Hi, my name is Josh Nelson with Plumber SEO, and I'm excited today to be announcing our new internet marketing and SEO checklist for plumbing contractors that we've just released in 2012. And this checklist really is a complete list of the most important activities that you need to be doing within your plumbing or HVAC business to dominate the search engines in your market, and really more importantly, get the phone ringing and getting more repeat and referral-based business. Plumber SEO is a leading provider of internet marketing services for the plumbing industry. We're associate members of the PHCC, have had the opportunity to speak at a number of the industry events and association meetings. We're also authors of the widely used Internet Marketing and SEO Guide, which is all accessible on our website. But today what I want to do is I want to go through the checklist, kind of explain from a high level what it is and how you can use it. Of course, if you'd like to access the checklist, just go to plumberseo.net/checklist, and you'll be able to download it and reference it for your own use within your business. So like I said, we've had the opportunity to work with plumbing and HVAC contractors in some of the most competitive markets across the United States, and have successfully helped them move to the top of the search engines for their plumbing and HVAC related keywords in their cities. In addition, some of them get over 100 inbound calls every single month directly via the internet. And so as we developed our guide, which took that information, that knowledge, kind of condensed it in a way that you, the plumbing contractor, could get those ideas, understand the strategies, and potentially implement them on your own. We found a lot of plumbing contractors were saying, hey, it would be a lot easier for us if you could give us a list, something that we could reference, that we could just kind of check off and make sure that we're hitting all of the right activities and doing the right things and not missing anything. So that's what this checklist is, and it really takes you through everything from claiming your map listing to optimizing your website to really using social media and email marketing to better connect with your customers, get better placement on the search engines, and grow your business. So it all starts with Google Places optimization. If we go to Google right now and we type in your city plus plumber, your city plus plumbing, your city plus HVAC contractor, what comes up initially is the Google Places listings or the Google map. And so there's some specific things that you can do within Google Places or within Google Map optimization to make sure that you're going to show up, or at least improve your probability of showing up on the map. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go to google.com/places and claim your Google listing. From there, you want to fill in the necessary fields, upload at least 10 photos, 5 videos, make sure that you've used your right keywords in that Google Places listing. And so that's one of the main things you want to do, is you want to claim that Google Places listing. From there, you want to obtain citations and really establish your NAP, or name, address, phone number profile online, so that when Google looks at your company name and your city across the web, not just on Google but on a variety of different places, it consistently sees your name, address, and phone number used the same way. And we found that that's important in Google's eyes, to make sure that they're placing relevant people at the top of the search for your city plus plumbing. So one way to establish that NAP, or name, address, phone number profile, is to go to Bing Local, City Search, Angie's List, and we've got a list of the main ones you want to make sure you go to, you claim, and you make sure that you've got that consistent name, address, phone number working in your favor. From there, what's really going to determine placement, beyond just making sure you've claimed your listing, beyond just making sure that you've got a consistent name, address, phone number profile, is getting reviews. And there's a lot of things you can do to get reviews on your Google Places listing. Probably the most obvious is to ask for them. And in our guide, we outline a number of different strategies. But on this checklist, basically what we're recommending is get a list of your past customers, your current customers, people that are happy with what you've done, and send them an email with a link to your Google Places page, some quick high-level instructions on how they can write a review, and maybe give them some type of incentive for writing a review. The other thing you want to do is you want to make requesting reviews a part of your ongoing process. So print out business cards that have a link to your Google Places listing, and give them to your techs in the field, and have them start to hand those cards out. Hey, if you would write us a review, we'd really appreciate it. The other thing you can do is implement email marketing and automated follow-up into everything you do within your business. so that as you service a customer, they're going to get an email the next day thanking them for their business, which is a good practice anyways, but also telling them, hey, if you had a good experience with us, go to our Google Places page and write us a review. We find that having these reviews really serves two really important purposes. The first one is obviously it's going to improve conversion. If somebody's thinking about hiring you for a plumbing job, whether it's a small job or a large job, they're more apt to contact you and do business with you if when they look you up online, they find a number of reviews, positive, maybe not so positive, but reviews in bulk give you more credibility. Obviously, you want more to be positive than negative, but if they're all 5-star reviews, your credibility might be in question because nobody gets 100% 5-star review rating across the board. And so by doing that, obviously you're going to have a higher conversion rate on everything that you do within your business, but you're also going to be getting more reviews, which ties into our whole Google Places strategy. If you've got more reviews, you've got consistent citations, and you've got a verified Google profile, Google Places listing, your probability of showing up when someone types in your city plus plumber, your city plus HVAC contractor is going to be significantly higher. So you want to make sure you knock off those top two things as part of your Google Places strategy. From there, you want to make sure that you've optimized your website for search. The area that shows up just below the Google Places listing is the organic section or the non-pay-per-click listings. And what you can do in order to make sure you're showing up in the organic section of the search engines is you have to make sure that you've got an SEO strategy in place. And that starts with making sure that you've got a website, and then beyond that, making sure that you've got that website optimized correctly so that Google understands exactly who you are and what you do and what services you offer and in what area that you offer those services. So our strategy is outlined in this checklist. From a high level, you want to make sure you've got a unique title tag on each one of the pages for your website. Then you want to go ahead and build out additional pages. Typically what we find in a plumbing or HVAC business website is we're looking at a 5 to 6 page website. Home, about us, our services, maybe coupons, and then contact us. And that's fine and dandy, but if you want to be showing up as often as possible when someone types in your services, which include tankless water heater installation, water heater repair, drain cleaning, bathroom remodeling, you really need to have a page built on your website for those keyword combinations and optimized for those keywords combined with the cities that you operate in. So build out additional pages for each one of your services, and then beyond that, make sure that you have a sub-page for each one of the areas that you operate in. What we find is a typical plumbing contractor services anywhere between a 25 and 50 mile radius. So I'm sure there's a major city in your market that represents that area as a whole, but there's also a lot of little cities in and around that major city that people might type in. So for instance, if you're in Miami, Florida, just because your city's Miami, obviously you want to show up when someone types in Miami plumber, Miami plumbing contractor, but you also want to show up if they typed in a little city like Kendall or Palmetto Bay or Doral or Miami Beach or Hialeah or Homestead. And so part of your strategy should be to build pages for each one of those cities combined with plumber, plumbing contractor, emergency plumbing, water heater installation, water heater repair, and the list goes on and on. So what we're capturing here on the checklist is make sure you've built out those pages, and then make sure that you've got the correct optimization on each one of those pages with the unique title tag, H1 tag, and anchor text throughout the page. And so that lays the foundation, right? If you've built out your website and you've got pages for each one of your services and in each one of the different areas that you're operating in, well, now you're going to have a placeholder on Google and Yahoo and Bing for those specific keyword combinations. It doesn't mean that you're going to show up on page 1 or even in the top 5 listings. It just means that you're going to show up on the index somewhere. Maybe it's on page 5, maybe it's on page 22. But the way that that's determined, what position is going to be how many inbound links you have to your home website and to those various sub-pages on the website. So the next thing you want to do on our checklist is you want to make sure that you've got an inbound linking strategy and you're proactively finding links from other websites to your website and to the various pages on your website, all of those little pages that you developed in the step before. And so here we've actually listed some of the link building strategies that you want to be implementing in your plumbing business. The first one was to make sure that you've claimed yourself on all of those directory listings, like you did in your Google Places strategy or the Google Map listing optimization strategy. You went out and you added yourself to City Search and Yelp and Judy's Book and Angie's List and all of these other online directories. Well, that gives you a citation. In most cases, you're also able to put in a link back to your website as well. So that should give you some link juice right from there. But the other thing you want to do is make sure that you have links to your website from all of the associations that you belong to. So if you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce, if you're a member of the PHCC, if you're a member of any other networking groups, you want to make sure that you go to those organizations and say, hey, I want a link to my website on the directory that you probably have on your website of all of your members. And that's just an easy way for you to go out and get some pretty high quality links pointing back to your home site. Some other things you want to make sure that you do, a little more advanced, but it's called competitive link acquisition. And it's typing in your city plus plumber, your city plus HVAC, and figuring out who the guys are that are showing up on page 1 in the top 12 listings. And then you can actually, through competitive link acquisition, figure out who's linking to them and reverse engineer where those links are coming from and go out and get those same or similar links. Because in search engine optimization, if you've got the pages and you've got the on-page optimization right, well, if you can get more links to your page than the guy that's on page 1, spot 1, in most cases, you're going to show up higher than him because he who has the most inbound links wins. So you want to have a strategy where you're consistently looking at your competition, figuring out who's linking to their website, and then get those same or similar links back to your website. And one way to do that is just to go to yahoo.com, type in site:/yourcompetition.com, whatever their domain is, and Yahoo Site Explorer will actually give you a list of the links that are pointing to that specific site. And of course, that's explained right here in the guide, in the checklist, and our guide also kind of gives you more detail on how specifically to do that, and then from there, what you can do to get those same links. The other thing you want to do from an SEO perspective to get inbound links and also create fresh content for your website is create content. As a plumbing or HVAC contractor, you've got a lot of valuable, unique information in your head. Things that you might not even realize are valuable. How to unclog a toilet, how to fix your disposal if it's no longer working, what type of drain cleaning solution you should use. So all of this type of information, you should take your knowledge and create content out of it. And there's two different types of content that we recommend you create. Written content, which would be articles or blog posts, and video content, which would be kind of similar to what we're looking at right here. Set up the camera, have, and just talk. Explain your services. Explain the different frequently asked questions that you get. And then you can take that content, let's just use an article as an example. You can put that up on your blog, and then you can push it out to a number of online directory sites. And we've listed some of the online directory sites that you can take your article and push it out to and create inbound links. So let's just, to kind of hone this in for you, let's say you wrote an article on how to unclog your toilet when it's clogged. Whatever the explanation you type up, try and write an article that's somewhere between 300 and 500 words or characters, and 300 to 500 words, and then go out to ezinearticles.com and upload it, and then go to Suite 101 and upload it, and then go to Helium and upload it. Make sure along the bottom you have an anchor text or a link pointing back to your website or to the various pages on your website. And by doing this on an ongoing basis, what you're going to be able to do is write one article, but then create multiple inbound links that are very hard for your competition to replicate. We really recommend creating at least 4 to 5 of these articles, uploading them to multiple websites on a monthly basis, because then you're going to be creating fresh content for your blog, and you're also going to be creating inbound links to your website. And by really taking these strategies and implementing them on an ongoing basis, you will start to dominate for your keywords in your market over time. We talked a little bit about video and creating some video content. In the same vein, you can take a piece of video like the one you're seeing here and upload it to multiple places. You can upload it to YouTube, you can upload it to Vimeo, and we've got a list of the different video sites that you can upload to. Obviously, make sure you name your video with keywords that are specific to what you do. So if you talk about what to do in a plumbing emergency on your video, name that Your City Emergency Plumbing, and then in the description have a link back to your website. And again, you want to be doing this on an ongoing basis. You want to be creating 3 to 5 videos every single month, uploading them to the various video websites. Now you've got video content for your blog, and you've also got inbound links. Again, it's all about the inbound links from an SEO perspective and fresh content. Now let's talk a little bit about social media, right? So we've talked about Google Place optimization. We talked about directory listing and really leveraging your directory listings, social media marketing. All of this is covered in your checklist that you have here. Video marketing. The key social media profiles that you want to be sure that you set up and that you're leveraging on an ongoing basis for a plumbing business is Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google+, and LinkedIn. So on your checklist, we list them right here. Obviously, the guide explains how you can get into these profiles, set them up. But you want to make sure these are the ones that you're active in, and then the checklist explains how you can really start to engage on these social media profiles. By sending an email out to your customers, letting them know that you're on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, that you're putting valuable content, and give them incentives to follow you on social media. The whole power of social media for your plumbing or HVAC business is going to be the ability to get more repeat and referral-based business. The average Facebook user has 135 friends. So if you can get one of your real customers who has liked you and done business with you to press the like button on your Facebook page, well, they've got 135 other friends, a large portion of them probably right in your geographic market. Well, that gives you exposure to all of their friends. It also gives you the ability to continually put valuable information on Facebook and remain top of mind for them. So you can see if you're doing this on a consistent basis and you have a logical strategy behind it, it's going to drive a lot of repeat and referral business, which we found to be the #1 source of business for most plumbing and HVAC related companies. So there you have it. These are the main things you want to be sure that you're doing on an ongoing basis. Google Places optimization, search engine optimization, video and content marketing, and social media and email marketing. If you're doing all of these different things and you're effectively using these tools, you're going to start to dominate the search engines in your market. Your phone's going to be ringing with new customers in your area, and at the end of the day, you're going to have more business, more repeat business, and you're going to be hitting your internet marketing and sales goals. So I hope you find the checklist overview that I've done here in this video valuable. If you'd like to download this checklist so you can reference it so that you can make sure you're not missing any of these important components in your plumbing or HVAC business, go to plumberseo.net/checklist. That's plumberseo.net/checklist, where you can download this checklist and really start to implement it in your business. Now, if you have any questions, if you'd like to talk with us, we'd love the opportunity to talk with you. You can actually reach me directly at 866-610-4647.